I'm Batman.
Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Meg Turney.
Welcome to the future of video games.
This sucks. Remember when Warner Brothers pulled Batman Arkham Knight from Steam because it was so broken that no one could even play it?
We still don't know how it got through testing with so many issues, from the mundane stuff like difficulty even getting to the cap of 30 frames per second, the freezes, the audio glitches, and AMD users got hit the worst.
To the ridiculous, like a bug that had the game delete itself. Yes.
Yeah. The problems were so widespread that user reviews on the game's Steam page looked more like a piranha frenzy in a horror movie. At one point, 70% of the reviews were scathingly negative. 70%.
Yeah, that's rough. Right now, it's a little less than, of a wasteland than it was before, while there are almost 10,000 negative reviews.
Ouch.
And all of the top 50 reviews are negative ones. Well, we stopped counting at 50 because, we got Gladiator flashbacks. But you can go count exactly how far down the top thumbs review as if you want.
That was back in June, 2 days after its June 23rd release. Remember, it got unreleased with a nice message from the publisher Warner Brothers saying, "We take these issues very seriously and have therefore decided to suspend future game sales of the PC version while we work to address these issues to satisfy our quality standards."
Never mind that Warner Brothers supposedly knew about the issues months before the June release, according to an anonymous QA tester who'd worked on the game for years and spoke to Kotaku about it. Do you guys remember that? He claimed, "It's been like this for months and all the problems we see now were the exact same, unchanged, almost a year ago."
For those counting at home, that was 4 months ago. 4 months during which the developers worked tirelessly to resolve the issues and finally give us the rock-steady Batman swan song we deserve, right? Stay tuned.
Yes, those were dark days. But it's back! Is it the hero we deserve?
The game re-released yesterday with a reduced price point of $50, which is a nice bit of mea culpa because, someone had to fight with the money guys about that when you spend several additional months working on a project. It's tough to convince someone to take less money for it.
The re-release also included a patch to make the game more playable, that's a nice thing to have, and add in all the DLC that's come out on the console while PC was crying in a corner. And Warner Brothers is also giving away copies of all the previous Batman Arkham games, which is actually a pretty impressive apology, although there is a caveat that you have to buy the game by November 16th to get it.
Yeah, someone was really good at arguing with the money guy. Unknown hero, we salute you. Is this how you salute?
You gotta
hey guys,
hide your fingers, right?
The bottom,
you gotta hide the bottom of your
Hide
fingers.
the bottom fingers.
Heard
we
that.
salute you.
My father would be
We got
ashamed.
lessons.
Those are the highlights, but they even announced they'll be giving away a free community challenge pack in January 2016, and PC players will get it a week earlier than consoles.
Oh, maybe one of the challenges will be to get the game running. And in a weird crossover promotion, they're also doing a contest for the community to create Batman-themed items for Team Fortress 2 and then giving them to Batman Arkham Knight owners.
But that'll drive sales. Who cares about bugs when you get free hats?
So, all the free stuff is good, but does it make anyone else just the least bit suspicious? It's like that free candy van. You really want the candy, but the van looks just a little suspicious. Is the game good now?
No, it is still broken. As far as we know, the game doesn't commit suicide by self-deletion anymore, but there are a ton of problems with the game still. If you're on Windows 7, a hard drive issue with some GPUs require you quit and restart the game, not once, but every so often. Enjoy that for the 25 hours you've been playing.
I feel like we're gonna be doing this a lot.
Yeah.
This
Oh yeah. No, it's good.
They're also still working with graphics card manufacturers to address stability issues, and even Digital Foundry reports there have been no real improvements since a patch that was released in September, even though Warner Brothers acknowledged at the time that while there were significant performance improvements made to the game, the teams are continuing to work on the additional updates.
Good job with those additional updates, guys. Did you mean adding in DLC? You meant adding in the DLC, didn't you?
Yeah, one of the biggest bugs is still there too. Tank battles. They didn't patch any of those out, so you still have to play way too many. Missed opportunity.
Thanks for nothing, Rocksteady.
But the fun doesn't end there. Warner Brothers has issued a new hardware recommendation of 12 gigabytes of RAM for those running Windows 10, which is what? Is that most people now since it's free, right? It's a lot anyway. They say having at least 12 gigabytes of system RAM on a PC allows the game to operate without paging and provides a smoother gameplay experience.
But can the Bat computer even run this game?
Probably not. Recent games like The Phantom Pain and The Witcher 3 have recommended some pretty impressive rigs to look their best, but even they didn't demand 12 gigabytes of RAM. 8 gigabytes was plenty. How is this thing even running on consoles if they're gonna ask that? Especially Xbox One. Microsoft is rolling out their new update for that console on November 12th, and guess what OS it's gonna be running then? Windows fucking 10. This should be fun.
Aside from the doom that could be coming down on Xbox players, this is going to be a huge problem for most of those who play on PC. According to Steam's hardware survey, only 15% of the entire Steam user base has 12 gigs of RAM. More than 70% have between 4 and 8.
Yeah, what do you guys even do with that much RAM? Those of you who have it, are you planning a trip to Mars? Are you curing cancer? I don't think Euro Truck Simulator is making the most of your machine.
You're looking at boobies. Let's ask the users, of course. Steam is all about the users, right? Their reviews can make or break the success of a game.
Yeah, about those. All those negative user reviews on Steam warning all the potential buyers away. Yeah, those got marked as pre-release.
Absolute bullshit.
What? It was temporary release and the tag has now been lifted, so the world is almost normal again. So pitchforks away, folks. At least about that one thing. There are a lot of reasons that might have happened that are less nefarious than your average Batman supervillain plot. Maybe they changed the release date in the back end and it was an automatic thing, maybe.
Or maybe Warner Brothers is trying to take over Gotham by censoring the good citizens.
No, that's actually DLC. You have to pay for that.
If you're really wanting to pick up the old Batman Arkham games on PC, buying Arkham Knight seems like a decent way to do it. It's a bit backwards from the current trend of requiring a game to get into the beta for the next game, but hey, you do you, Warner Brothers. In the words of Fleetwood Mac, you can go your own way.
Ooh. But overall, it sounds like there are a lot of technical issues that still need to be worked out, and it could be a while before the game settles down, if it does at all. Remember on Arkham Origins, I think it was, the developers stopped working on known bugs to work on DLC instead. Different developers, but same publisher.
So buy more RAM and get used to it.
And to keep a closer eye on the local supervillains, make sure you like and subscribe to The Know.
You can go your own way.
I always liked Fleetwood Mac.
It makes me think of Forrest Gump. He runs to that song. Like he was like just trying to forget about Jenny, but he can never forget about Jenny.
You can never forget about Jenny.
She comes back.
Spoilers.
That's my vote.
Then she dies.